hot dogs. We had a lot of hot dogs left over last year, but he wanted, they had 600 of them last year. We're we have 4 this year, right? So that, I think we're in better shape. Okay, I want to go through to make sure everybody knows who or what they are doing, bringing. Start with the ice. I'm bringing ice. He has, now again, he had, according to here, there were 8 bags of ice, but I thought we had some left over last year. Okay, you're gonna bring 2? Okay, Len's bringing 2. I'll bring 3, and I think, tell you the truth, that I think that's enough. I'll bring, you have a big cooler that you're bringing, right, Randy?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll bring the ice, and that, I think once you do it for 4 hours, it will, what we put in there will keep it cold. I don't think we need a whole lot of it. If we have to, yeah. Okay, so ice is taken care of, between Len and myself. All right, hot dogs and hot dog rolls are taken care of by Marcia. Now, water, I know you said you were going to bring water, Randy. I think you said water, but you can't, according to this, he said he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He had 8 cases of water.
I think Carol was bringing 3. I was going to bring 3.
Oh, okay. I think, okay. I think that's enough. Jerry, you brought 2 last year. Are you going to be there at all?
This Sunday?
Yeah.
No, I won't, but I can certainly drop off water.
All right.
You need 2 cases of water?
Just bring 2. That should be fine then.
Is that right in your house?
Maybe a little bit, I may make it maybe a little bit late, but I can drop off 2 to give to somebody that's like you to get,
Okay.
so at least it's there in case
Okay, well, I think we're okay. If he brings 3, Carol brings 3, you bring 2, I think we'll be okay. There's other stuff though you can bring, right? We'll get to that. Okay, now with the soda, this was the one that we didn't know exactly what. The way Richie had it set up, the people who brought 2 12-packs. Now, to me, that also means 1 24 case. So either way, it's 24. You're bringing 24 of the kind you brought. Now, Lisa, last year you brought. Lisa brought 2, but she brought a case of Coke. Is that, Lisa? Are you good for that again?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, you had two 12-packs or 1 case.
Yeah, is that enough?
No, well,
On sale for like 4 for $13, so.
Okay, well, Coke, we had, we need 24 Cokes, 24 ginger ales, 24 root beers, 24 Sprites, and then they got one Diet Coke and 1 caffeine-free Diet Coke. Okay, so.
I'll get the ginger ale.
You're gonna get the ginger ale, okay.
I get like Coke Zero, I'll get a 24-pack of Coke Zero.
Okay.
Get cans.
Cans, yeah, cans are fine. I have 2 Cokes now. Oh, you have 2 Cokes? Okay, could you get root beer then instead? Okay, all right. So we have the root beer, we have the Coke, we have ginger ale, we have the Diet, Sprite. Can anybody bring a case of Sprite? Dean? Okay, thank you. All right. I'm bringing the kraut and the chopped onions. I will have 3 coolers, and then Randy has a cooler. I bring the ice in coolers. So cash box, you'll take care of the cash box or whatever. Sandy, thank you. And Randy's bringing an extra grill, and Len Ruth is bringing 2 propanes.
You need something to heat the sauerkraut?
Yeah, we have a little crock pot.
Oh, I was gonna say, because I have like one of those roaster ovens that has trays in it.
Okay,
You can do that if you want.
okay,
I don't know if that's too much.
yeah, well, he says 6 pounds. Again, I don't know if that was left over or not.
Oh, I also have turnpike.
Yeah, well, that's what we have. I'll take care of it. We have it. We'll take care of that. All right, according to this, all we need now are the people to show up. If you haven't signed up, I'm going to be sending something out. I think everybody here is said they're coming and are involved.
5:30.
5:30. We'll all be involved with the setup. and take down, and then we turn it over to the coordinators will take care. I know Bud and Harry are doing the pizzas, and as far as the beverages, they're coming. What you just have to do is, we put up a can of each so they know which ones we have, and then they order, so we need we need some people to just go back and grab it and bring it up when
They're all taken, they're all set, everyone's bringing. So
everybody's bringing something. Yes, we got it covered. All right, now, the key is to get through intermission. After that, after intermission, if we run out of anything, that's great. Okay, that was great. So we're in pretty good shape. Sunday, 5:30. It sounds like it's going to be at least last night they said it was going to be a 90-degree day. It's supposed to be dry, but when you have 90-degree days, I don't know what happens. But supposedly it's 90. By the time we're there, it might hopefully cool down a little. That's Philly 90, so probably so it should be a very nice night. What we're saying is, it should be really nice. Anybody who didn't sign up, we definitely would like to see you there. I know Mark said he's coming. He's online. Vince, are you going to be there? Vince, you muted.
You muted, man.
Sorry, guys. I had planned to be there. Unfortunately, my wife, they worked out a schedule. She's getting her hip replaced this coming Friday. So I think being away from her for all day or all night would be tough.
Do you know if John or Paul Nye or anybody from anybody else from Skip Back is coming?
I don't. Paul, I mean, typically is pretty engaged, and John, but I haven't heard.
Okay. Thank you. All righty. So that's it. Hopefully we pull that off very well. Next thing is just to bring you up on the golf. We're started. I know some of you picked up sponsor sheets and golfer sheets last week. Jerry and John and I went through Harleysville on last Saturday, and we hit some of most of the stores and some of the businesses there. You came down and hit a lot of the offices and so on, people or what?
Things weren't open, but what was open, yeah.
Okay. Jerry was able now, just to show you how things work, where nobody was, like to go ask for money. He went into the pizza shop over there with Hennings, and he went in and he gave it out, got a $500 check for, okay. Then he went, go ahead.
Went to Primus, I talked to a fellow there, said, well, I'm busy right now, I got a lot of orders. He said, but it's not back Monday. So I went back Monday, and Lon gave me a check for 125, so I ended up picking up $645.
All you gotta do is ask. I mean, all I can say is no, but I mean, just ask.
I know in the past, like when we have the parade, Dean, we have the parade and the county fair, we've got the pizzas. I'm not sure where we've got them from, but he leases over in Telford. But this guy at Brothers, I don't know what his product's like, but he is really a sweetheart of a guy. Might want to consider talking to him and seeing what kind of prices he can give us. Because he just wrote that check in a heartbeat. He says, got time to wait for it? I said, well, not really. I want to hit the rest of the stuff. Stop back. Well, he was doing stuff. He was prepping stuff up. So I didn't want to tie him up, and I walked back and handed him a check for $500.
So let's,
They just took that over, they just bought that from the previous owner. They're part of Giuseppe's, they didn't want to do Giuseppe's number 3, because they have 2 and people are confused already.
Just throwing it out there, he seemed like a nice guy, maybe we could consider if his prices are right.
Hey, Jerry, we have room on the croquet committee for you,
all right, so please take a little time, go out, ask, work with some of your people you work with, the merchants you work with. That's where we're going to make it or break it, is in the sponsorships. I did get, I was with Sheila up at the golf course. I finally got her to come up with a contract, and we sat down and talked about the meal. I'll tell you, for $115, what they're getting is hamburger and I think it's a potato salad lunch. They're getting hot dogs at the turn, and then they're getting, they're handling the dinner, the barbecue, and we're having pulled pork and drumsticks with some sides and so on. Plus there's birch beer and beer on tap. And we'll probably pick up cookies or something from Costco or something like that. But I mean, for golf, 150, that's a pretty darn good deal in today's world. So again, get out, it's amazing. If you ask people, any golfers, usually golfers golf with a group on a regular basis, so you might even be able to get a foursome just by asking one person. So please work on it. Let's get that going. It'd be nice to see some things start to come in so we know where we're standing as we go. We are limited to 132 golfers. We're not going beyond that because it jams up the course too much and then makes it miserable for everybody. So 132, and again, unlike many of our the other tournaments, when you're at a country club and all that, you usually just get what the sponsors give. We actually make money on the golfers because it's a reasonable price that they give us for the card and the greens fee. So we're set up. All we have to do is do some hustling. We have to hustle a little. So please, let's get out and hustle. Get as many people as we can to sign up, and I think we could have 2 events that will be very successful. Okay. After that, where are we today? Today is Changeover Day. What does Changeover Day mean? It means that I say bye. No, I just want to go over a little, our year, and then I'll turn it over to John. I want to say that it really, the year goes fast. I remember just sitting there saying, I don't want to do this again. It's over. It really moves through quickly, and it all depends, and I told John this, all depends on the organization. If you get yourself set up with the committees and the people ready to go, all you deal with is working on a program, with Mark was great. Many of you would come in and say, hey, here's somebody or something, and we got good programs this year. I think we had some interesting programs. When you're really stuck, you have the Rotary videos and things you can do. It's really not a hard job as long as you get organized up front. As I go through the goals we had for this year, almost everything we did came through fairly well. We didn't do as well as we hoped with the membership. I know Lisa was ill off and on and coming out of COVID and stuff, but we did do as well. We did get to do Andre's thanks to Val who grabbed them, and then I talked their ears off. And as a result, we got the Andres, but we are losing some. The skip back is we have about, I think there's like 4 really good people that are doing it, and the rest are on the books, but they don't show up for meetings and so on, so it's been a little rough. So we have to make a decision there, what we're going to do about skip back. I'd like to keep we have the charter, and I hate to give the charter up. So we'll see how we can work something maybe and keep that somewhat alive, and then make an effort, which I'll have more time, make an effort to try to get some people to come in and see if we can build that up. Don't know. We'll, maybe one more year, give it a try and see what happens. I know Vince has worked very hard to try to get it going, and it's just a matter of people not coming, which we have a few of our own here that just don't come very often either. So the important thing is service, and if people are doing the service and they show up when we need them for service, that's as important as coming to meetings. So that was our little downer this year. Other than that, we did well with the foundation goals, the Polio Plus goals, the fundraisers. We're in the midst of doing them. The only one that was the bowling party that we didn't get to do this year, but we're planning it for next year. It'll be under John. The committees have worked very well. That That was the big deal. That's what makes us a successful club. The people on the committees really got together, the four-way test breakfast and the golf committee. I know the croquet committee's working. That's what really makes things work. And I can't emphasize that enough. If you have good committees, your club really looks great. Going down the list, I've tried to get more knowledge of Rotary here. We did some of the learning center. I brought some of those in for us. We always have trivia thanks to Phil and Larry. But there's a lot. It's really going to some of the events, and you really find out what's happening in Rotary. District conference was good. We have a changeover coming up next week. But RLI will be back. I think they're going to be coming back in person next year. So if you participate in some of these things and go to a training session, just go to where other clubs are. You start to find out more about Rotary. That's how you grow in the knowledge of Rotary. So I hope we can do a little more of that. We still have good activities that we do service between the Garden of Health, Adopt a Highway, Keystone Opportunity, Genesis Blessings. I don't know how many went there on Saturday, the last Saturday of the month. But we've done some really good things there. We ended up helping the people in Perkiomen with their house, and picking potatoes is always fun. Anyway, the thing is, we really did get out. As soon as we know there's something out there, thanks to hearing, we hear that something's out there, we go out and do it. And we have a very good reputation in the district. Very, very good reputation. The governor keeps, whenever I'm at anything he's at, and he talks about things, he always says, like Harleysville did this, or Harleysville did that. So we have a good reputation, but we have to maintain that. We can't live off of our laurels there. All righty. Thank you all for what you did this year. I'm very, very helpful. Our secretary and treasurer are fantastic. Let me tell you, when they were there, you call them, you ask, everything, they were really super. As I said, I appreciate all the people on the committees and the coordinators or chairs of the committees. It was a very good year, and that's all because of you. You did that. For me, it's just a matter of telling people, do it, and you guys did it. So that's what really happens. I'm going to turn it over to John now, and John's going to take care of things. But I would like if there's anybody here who was a past president, okay, if you were a past president, think about what year you were. Think about what year you were a past president, because I'm going to ask you when John's finished talking, I'm going to ask you to stand up here, and if you can remember, in chronological order, all right? And we're going to do something called passing of the gavel. And what we're going to do is start with the earliest president, if I survive, I don't know what's on here. And we're going to come down to me, and then we'll give the gavel to, we'll go through the years and give the gavel to John, and he'll take over. So that's it. John, you're on.
Thank you, Greg.
The bag has put
Good morning. I'll just wait a moment while we're getting food served. Good morning. Over the past 2 years, one of the biggest challenges that we've faced has been the COVID pandemic. But, in a way for me, maybe that was a blessing. I'll tell you why. About a month before the lockdown that March, I made a career transition. I'd been in a career for 18 years in a different industry, and I changed jobs. And in February of that year, and then a month later, we're in a lockdown. So needless to say, business is pretty slow. So one of the things I did to introduce myself and to kind of gain some traction in my new job was to join some networking groups in my area. And one of them was through the Chamber of Commerce of Greater Montgomery County. And that's how I, by happenstance, happened to meet Dan. So in one of those meetings, Dan was polite enough to slide a little business card across the table to me and said, hey, why don't you join in our group for breakfast one week? So I came to visit the Rotary Club of Harleysville at one of the meetings at Peter Becker. I was really impressed watching Gary facilitate the meetings. We had some very dynamic speakers and some dynamic programs. And all the people that I got to meet in the club, I was impressed and I joined right away. So then we went into the lockdown and went in a virtual again, thanks to Dan's leadership through that kept our club strong at the time, and then through Frank's leadership. So, observing people like Gary and Dan and Frank and their leadership and some of the things that our club does and some of the things that we've accomplished, that's what gave me to raise my hand that time that I raised my hand, that which led me to be standing here today. And I'm especially thankful for Frank. I know Frank has many years of experience in different roles, both in our club and in the district. And that gave me a lot of confidence and to move forward this year to become the club president. There's not a whole lot of things I want to do different because I think we do a lot of things great. And some of the new things that we did last year gave us some opportunities to learn and to grow some of the new things that we're doing. So this year, I think we're going to have a new signature event in September. I mean, there's no matching the enthusiasm of Gary and Lisa with croquet, and I think that's going to certainly catapult us into a fabulous event in September. I think I share everyone's optimism and excitement about it. So, what I want to do now is I want to present Frank with his plaque as now the past president of the Harleysville Rotary Club, and we're going to get this engraved with his name on that, and we'll have that in perpetuity. So I guess just some final comments that I want to just kind of build on what I was just mentioning. Bringing into this fall, we have some big events coming up that Frank touched on earlier. So it's going to be a busy fall for us. I think the programs that we have are going to be fantastic. And then we can start to look on to build onto things next spring, like the bowling event and so forth. So the only thing I can think of that I think is going to be a great opportunity for us, as Dean had mentioned a few months ago, we may have an opportunity to do some things with Lower Salford Township. As far as building membership and building our visibility within the community, if we're able to do something like that, I think that's going to be ideal for us. I also think that if there's any way we could do something for the fire department or the volunteer ambulance corps in Harleysville, that would raise our visibility. And that goes hand in hand with building our membership, because if people see what we do in the community, they're going to be interested and they're going to want to get involved as well. Thank you very much.
What we have here is the president's pin. Now the president's pin, the president's pin is something we hand down year after year. So this will be handed down each year. And then there's a past president's pin, and I know Larry ordered some of the past president's pins to come in. I don't need one. I got plenty of them. But we are going to have some for Gary and for Dan, and we're going to make that a tradition too. That you get to keep, so you always have your past presidents. So here's your pin, John. Wear it with pride. There's a nice little fancy zirconium zirconium there, cubic zirconium in there, and it makes it really looks richy. But thank you very much for taking over, and looking forward to a great year.
Thank you, Frank.
I guess I'm still talking for another 2 weeks or something. You're going to be out next week.
Well, ironically, the First Lady and I are going to be going to on vacation for the next 2 weeks. So I hope you'll be kind to Chuck. He's going to be facilitating the meetings where Frank's going to be helping out. We're going to be going away, flying on Saturday, and we're going on a safari. So,
We also, Chuck is our, now will be the president-elect, so Chuck, if you come up, we have a pin for you. This also will be passed down each year. Okay, and we are very grateful that you're really follow up. We have succession. Now, the only thing we need is a vice president. That's somebody over here. You don't have to do anything until what, 24, 25, something like that. So you have plenty of time to learn about Rotary. You have plenty of time to see what goes on. So somewhere along the line, we hope somebody will raise their hand like John did and that Chuck did. And we keep the succession going so we don't have to have trouble every year like some clubs looking for who's going to take over. We just want to move right on.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Now, trivia, I guess, is next.
Okay.
All right.
If you would, please.
Live from the Franconia Cafe, it's Rotary Trivia. Join us as one lucky contestant will play to win the fabulous grand prize for showing us what they know about Rotary. I'm your announcer, Larry Moss, here with your host, Bill Sankey.
Get started by telling the audience about today's grand prize.
Oh, last time subject our attention to our spokesperson, Valerie Axman.
Oh.
From Rufino, creators of distinctive wine since 1877. Today's contestant will be playing for a 2017 vintage bottle of El Ducal. Is that right?
Sounds correct.
Good enough. El Ducal is an elegant Tuscan red blend. This wine beautifully marries the refinement of Tuscan winemaking with a modern fruit-driven style, offering lush flavors of red cherries, ripe plums, and an elegant hint of spice. Tell why of today's grand prize? Well, it's a lot. It put us in the red.
Anyway, that wine. Not to diverge too much, but I was having wine with my wife Bonnie, and so she goes, I just love you so very much. I don't know if I could ever go on without you. I'll be like, oh. Then I thought, is that you or is that the wine speaking? And she said, no, I was speaking to the wine. But anyway, how about introducing today's contestant?
Today's contestant was selected at random from our studio audience just moments ago. This is one of the few times where a correct answer will actually result in a lot of whining by our contestant. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause to the 2021-2022 Harleysville Rotary Club President, Frank Romano!
Oh! Romano, come on up. Hey, now that you're off duty, you're fine.
No, thank you.
Yes, very, very, very. I'll take it very well.
Okay, good. Well,
It will be well used.
Good, yeah, well, remember, drinking too much, that can be a poor decision. All right. What is Rotary's secondary motto? One profits most who serves best. Service profits all. Service above self. Serve one, serve all.
Well, now you give a bottle of wine, so that D sounds almost like it would be good.
That's right,
But
yeah, serve one, it's not communion.
I think I'll go with A.
A. You are a past district governor, you are a past president, I get it. All right, let's see what it's not.
Does he know exactly?
That's what he said. He said A. Who am I to contradict him? So, all right, well, let's see. Let's take away the incorrect answers. Yeah, okay, serve one, serve all. Okay, so service profits all, or one profits most who serve best. And the answer, Frank, you're taking home that wine. But as always, but wait, there is more. There's more, yes. Okay, at the 1950 Rotary International Convention in Detroit, Michigan, 2 slogans were formally approved, the official mottos of Rotary. He profits most who serves best, and service above self. And in 1989, the council legislation said, service above self as the principal motto of Rotary because it best conveys the philosophy of unselfish volunteer service. Then it actually kind of changed a little bit. He profits most who serves best, which is really the initial thing, which went back to a speech by the gentleman there, Arthur Sheldon, back 1911, Portland, Oregon, where that was kind of unearthed or set forth out there. And of course, it was modified from he profits most to they profits most to one profits most, ultimately, kind of bringing it into this kind of a term. So it was there, and ironically, back in 1911 too, was a guy, Cummings, I think was the guy's name, who also laid out that notion of service above self, but he really started it as service not self. And then it was kind of morphed a little bit into that service above self. But Frank, you are a winner. Take that bottle of wine home and enjoy it.
I have to take it all the time.
You can drink it in the car.
Can I drink it in the car?
As I always say, if you're going to drink and drive, make sure you have a car.
Thank you very much.
All right. Yeah, nobody's getting wine next week. That's Frank.
Okay, if all the past presidents would come up here for a second or two, we appreciate it. If you remember your somewhere in line that you were first, second, or who you were, who was before you and who was after you, something like that. Larry, you can.
Wait, are you doing your first one or your second one?
I'm going to do the last one.
Okay.
Do the last one.
We have to run it.
Which way we starting?
Down that aisle.
After we hand it to you, you have to come this way.
I'd like to get a picture of everybody. I don't have my wide angle lens.
What we'll do is we'll go through this and then we can make 2 lines.
What I'm thinking of is having a nice. Yeah, what? Coming close.
Photoshop Steve. Can you Photoshop Steve?
No, we're still working.
He's online.
All right, so let's see what I got here.
And the next year.
It's like, nope. Let's see.
The ladder key.
I think so. You know how I am with ladders. Let's see how I look. I'll get the other. Hold on just a second. Is that for the people in the line or out of the line?
underline. That's right, though, once you get.
You're out of line.
Set it up, you know, that's why I did it for 2 years.
Everybody
I need
ready?
my-
All right, Alex, we have Phil. All right. Just, can you say the year, if you remember the year you were in, just say it.
Yes, 1998, 99.
2005.
I don't know what year this is. He followed me.
Yeah. You were probably like 2006 or 7.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was 2008 or 9.
2016, 17.
2017, 18. Well, I guess that's actually 17.
21.
21, 22. John, congratulations.
To infinity and beyond.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. And do we introduce your wife?
Oh, we missed Steve. Steve, what year were you?
Oh, Steve. What
That's a
years?
good question. I was, I think it was before Dean and, I don't know, after Glenn. All right, no, after,
15, 16.
Jim, after Jim.
All right.
Okay, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that we have a guest here today. My wife was kind enough to join us for our ceremony today. So I just want to make sure everyone gets a chance to take a look at that. A chance to meet her at some of our other events recently, so just want to make sure I mention that she was here.
Does she have a name?
Oh, Christina. The first lady.
First lady.
Yes.
John, our table has a very important request for you.
Yes, sir.
When you're on vacation, scale the bicycle.
I'll do that. Thank you. Okay.
And we have a member, long lost member here. We finally, she's always actually in the shadow. She's always working. She helps with the district. Shush, welcome back. Shush is going to be moving back to York at some point in time soon. This weekend? All right. So she said she's going to continue as a member, district member, and because of hybrid, she certainly can join us if she wants. But we hope to see her back. Shushka has done a lot for the club over the years. She's had probably, has gone through the ranks of almost every officer we've had. Plus, she was chair with Laverne for the district conference. And we still hear people at the conferences saying, yeah, this was like, yours was really good. And that was because of, again, the committee that was involved, her leadership, and everybody, and their spouses that helped out during that. I mean, it was just a great time. Thank you.
All right, can you be governor so we can do that again?
No, but I think we have someone who might be good for a governor down the years. And I'd be very happy to serve on the committee to help. All right. One other thing, yes. Is any, Jerry's just asked about Betty Giuliani. Has anybody heard about, how's Betty doing?
Well, she's been traveling with her husband. I know later, sometime this summer, I think they're going on what would have been their 50th wedding anniversary cruise, which was canceled because of COVID. So they're going to on a cruise to Alaska in a couple of months or so. She's doing well.
And Audrey remember Laverne Sheets also. Laverne brought in Gary, so the impact she's had on this club has been tremendous, besides what she used to do too. Just a wonderful woman.
She just wouldn't accept no for an answer.
That's-
I know somebody like that.
Okay. Is there brags and sags? Any brags, any sags? Yes, Dean.
If you're wondering why I'm wearing the bling today, it was given to me by my daughter at my retirement party last Wednesday. And the second started.
Gonna get a pierced ear in the next diamond ear instead?
The second one, I went to the Camp 90 closing ceremonies for the first time. And after 15 years being in the club, I finally went there. That's a great experience for the young people. They had 80 campers this year. We had one, and he's going to be speaking in the next few weeks. That's a great event for the kids.
Thank you.
I have one, my Ford Fusion is retiring. It's gonna be for sale because I bought my brother's company car, which was a 2018 Nissan Altima, which is not the parking lot, it's getting inspected. That's my.
Anybody else? Lisa?
I have a SAG that I guess I used it this morning, so I apologize and I'm happy to do it whenever you
I have a SAG. Both of my daughter's in-laws, both are COVID. So I haven't been in contact with them, but prayers going out to the Brownies.
Anyone else? Anybody online have any brags or sags? Oh, Larry.
I got a Russell Hampton story. Russell Hampton's now, I guess, the sole supplier of supplies for Rotary Club, having merged with National. Anyway, I want to buy one of those nice blue Rotary jackets, sports coat kind of thing. I put my order in. When you put your order in, you can put the date that you want it. And if I can't make that date, they're supposed to notify you and tell you what how like a handle or wheel or whatever it becomes. Gets to the date, I don't hear anything, I don't have it, I don't know what's going on, so I call them. Apparently, they don't know what's going on either. The lady says, well, look, I'll call purchasing. It's back, if you go to the lady on the phone, she says that's back order. Says, okay, well, when's it gonna ship? I said, I don't know, back to purchasing. So I'm on the phone for a while. Finally, it's gonna be 23 weeks. That's a little wrong. I said, I think I'm gonna cancel that order. He says, why? And they send me a credit. And everybody's happy. And then the sports coach shows up. Now I have this coat, and I think, well, I can probably keep it because they don't know what's going on anyway. But I'm gonna do the Rotary thing. I'm gonna call them and tell them. So I tell them, and they don't know what to do. I have to call purchasing. Well, they're gonna send me paperwork and yada, yada, yada. So I still have this coat. If anybody uses the size 44. I can't get rid of it. But I did get my credit, so I guess I can't complain.
And you'll be getting another one in 23 weeks.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, my back order will come.
The back order will come.
Oh, God.
You know what? Yeah, well, actually, I have two. I do want to thank both Dean and Kyle for facilitating the nighting experience. Kyle was good enough to weave his way up to Boyertown. And I mean, our student, who was a great student, he lived in Schwenksville. So how you got there, I don't know, but he knew the roads, and so we got up there. That worked. And Dean was there at the closing ceremony as well, and Dean was very, instrumental in having our students. So it was a good experience, and he will be here to speak with us about it. So that's a plus. The other one is just kind of more of a simple thing. About a week gentleman that delivered me, you can imagine that, the doctor. I'm younger than you think. Yeah. But you know, he's a longtime family friend, and it was one of those things, he's obviously retired and so on. But it was just a great experience to be able to have that opportunity.
Yeah, that's- All right. Anybody else? Okay, anybody have anything for the good of the order? Yes, Gary.
What am I gonna talk about, Frank?
Croquet.
All right. Okay, so I've got a good prize for $100, okay? But who can tell me, and I don't know committee,
Gary,
sorry,
did you go here?
so not on our committee, who can tell me the date of the croquet tournament? 17th. September 17th. Dean wins the $1. Ooh, all right, good job. And also, that's for bragging rights next week. I get a $10.99.
You know, you get $1.99.
It is September 17th, and we are well on our way. We have equipment being built for us that is going to be this club's equipment after September 17th. So we're paying for that, and through the proceeds, we're going to have the equipment. We hope to do this each year, make this a signature thing that works out as good as the Halloween parade did last time we did it. So I don't know if any of you knew Brad Anderson. Brad was played with us as croquet player. 40 years old, passed away. This tournament is going to be in his memory. We're going to carry his name on. So we're going to put that, so we remember him. 40 years old. He was my partner when we won third place at the Whack and Roll. We won $1,000 for Johnny and Friends. And so this is in memory of him as well. But we'd like you to get involved by coming out any Sunday, 3 o'clock, and learn the game. It's very competitive. If you are not competitive, don't come. Okay? You are competitive and you want to learn something that is really fun to do.
Okay.
It wasn't mentioned, but I'm, for anybody who doesn't know, I'm actually sort of switching roles with Valerie. Valerie's going to become our new secretary this year, and I'm going to finish out her board term. So beginning July 1st, you go to Valerie with any questions, issues, and I'm going to be her backup. So I'll help her.
All right. Okay. Closing,
Frank?
yep, I'm sorry. Yes, go ahead.
I'm here with a bad connection, but I just want to say thank you, Frank, for this year. Everyone else has been talking about things, but you've done a lot and you've been there every week and you've gotten through this transition back to meeting in person. It wasn't your first time in the rodeo and you stepped up again. So thank you very much, Frank.
You're more than welcome. It's always a pleasure to serve with Rotary. That's why we're here. We'll say for today, this is anonymous, so somebody somewhere came up with this. Say, generosity takes an open heart and a love that asks for nothing in return. Right? Remember, guys, as gals, as you leave Rotary, let's always think smart, which means start talking about Rotary today. Yes?
Just a thought for, we talked about Camp 90, Tyler Huntsberger, that sang at his band. He was one of the recipients of that.
Oh, yeah, he was in the night.
In fact, I took him up because I knew him, he was our neighbor. So I also took him up that time at Camp 90, I remember that.
All right. All righty. Thank you, everybody. We'll see, hopefully, all of you on Sunday, 5:30. Take care. Have a good day.
See you guys later.
You guys, see you down.